The truth is worth it. Life with Yeshua would be worth it.
Yeshua,
because on that day, God, Yahshua is handing out, the Lamb of God is handing out invisible plane tickets for you to make it home.
1,000-year history of animosity and persecution, sadly, in the name of Christ and Christianity. But as a result of that, and the sage's decision to reject Jesus as the Messiah, he became a curse word in Judaism. He became the unkosher thing that the Christians embrace, but representing to the Jewish community pain and suffering and persecution. Even the name of Yeshua, Yeshu, is a cursed one.
Yeah. But wait, so the word Yeshu?
Yeshu is Imach Shmo V'Zichro. May his name be blotted for eternity, blotted out for eternity.
Is that what it means?
Literally, that's what it's named, of course.
Most
No such original Hebrew New Testament manuscripts even exist, but the name Yeshua was never found on any of the original New Testament manuscripts at all.
They're in the Judaism. By the way, the Judaism is based on Kabbalah. You can see they use stars on the chest, a pentagram. The entire Judaism belongs to Kabbalah. The evangelic system belongs to Freemasonry. And the Judaism belongs to the Kabbalah. And the God is Yahweh Yeshua, the serpent from the Garden of Eden. I know the Judaism very well. I know it's founded on Kabbalah. Because the other has a religion, evangelic, Protestant, Masonic, Gospel. The mother has a religion, Roman, Apostolic, Catholic, and the husband, the worst of all, worse than evangelical pastor, worse than priests, is the husband, the Judaism. But you don't want to talk about them. You talk about the evangelic system, the daughter, the mother, the Catholic mother, but you don't want to talk about the husband, the devil's.
Khan, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash.
The God of Israel, the God of the Jewish Kabbalah, Yahweh, Yahushua, Yeshua, the God of the Kabbalah, that their God is the devil. Yahweh, Yahushua, Yeshua is the devil. He is the God of the Jewish Kabbalah, the daughter, the evangelic system, and people are leaving the evangelic system and going to the Jewish system. And there they become twice son of the hell. I challenge the God, Yahweh, Yahushua, Yeshua of Kabbalah. So when you talk about the evangelic church, you are leaving behind, people are leaving the evangelic church and the Catholic church and going to the Jewish system of the God, Yahweh, Yahushua of Kabbalah.
The truth is worth it. Life with Yeshua would be worth it.
Achievement of the Masoretes was their invention of a code name for God. The Masoretes, like their contemporary Judaizers, were deeply rooted in the occult and Jewish mysticism called Kabbalah, and similar to their Freemason brothers, the Masoretes loved secret language, magic, mysteries, and codes. And so they concocted a code by taking 4 characters, which the Septuagint had translated Lord, and the Masoretes announced that they had found a secret code for God's name. They even gave the code itself a name, the Tetragrammaton Code. Not only did that code introduce phony, unauthorized first names for the Father, but other Kabbalists and occultists then and now latched right onto that code as well. One of those occultists was Satanist Aleister Crowley himself, who loved the Tetragrammaton Code and said the following about it. Such a word should in fact be so potent that man cannot hear it and live. Such a word was indeed the lost Tetragrammaton. Let the magician earnestly seek this lost word, for its pronunciation is synonymous with the accomplishment of the great work. Kabbalist Judaizers continue to make up more and more first names out of this magic code. 2 of the fake names stand out as most popular. One of them is Yahweh. Not only was Yahweh an old pagan god of metallurgy, but Albert Pike, a prominent Freemason, correctly identified Yahweh as Satan. On page 162 of Morals and Dogma, Albert Pike states, the true name of Satan, the Kabbalist says, is Yahweh reversed. The other name is Jehovah. Madame Blavatsky, a Russian occultist, philosopher, and founder of the Theosophical Society, correctly identified Jehovah as Satan. On page 73 in her Secret Doctrine, Blavatsky states, Jehovah, esoterically as Elohim, is also the serpent or dragon that tempted Eve, and the dragon is an old glyph for astral light. Changing the names of false gods is important for the Judaizers. Exodus 23:13 instructed the Israelites not to call upon false gods, but Judaizers have twisted the verse by actually renaming the gods they reject, and so they changed how to refer to the God of the Bible, giving him a phony first name. But they also concocted a fake name for Jesus.
only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So, the Word was made flesh. So again, this just shows that the water is the Word, and the Word was made flesh. The Word is Yeshua. And that
Later, many of those original manuscripts were discovered in the ground, by that time in fragments. Over 53,000 fragments in all were collected. And guess what language every one of those fragments was written in? Greek, not Hebrew. We also have 3,500 original intact New Testament manuscripts, and every single one of them is written in Greek. Even the letter to the Hebrews was written in Greek. Not a single one of them was written in Hebrew. So first of all, we need to expose the blatant and compound lie of those who would claim that Yeshua was found on the so-called original Hebrew New Testament manuscripts. Not only do no such original Hebrew New Testament manuscripts even exist, but the name Yeshua was never found on any of the original New Testament manuscripts at all.
They're in the Judaism. By the way, the Judaism is based on Kabbalah. You can see they use stars on the chest, a pentagram. The entire Judaism belongs to Kabbalah. The evangelic system belongs to Freemasonry. And the Judaism belongs to the Kabbalah, and the God is Yahweh Yeshua, the serpent from the Garden of Eden. I know the Judaism very well. I know it's founded on Kabbalah.